following is a Blazer Broadcasting sports presentation.
Here comes Porter. Percy. Oh!
I think our team was a special team this year. I think we had guys who really had one common goal, and that's to play together and do the best you can as a team. And when we were clicking, I think we could do some very good things.
Drexler. Score! Oh, my!
Drexler going to drive, clear out, rolls to the hoop, puts it up, block. Buck Williams the rebound, back to Porter. The three! Harry Porter! Holy backboard! Can you believe that?
Ames for three. Portland could win. No. Williams has got it. It goes. He's fouled.
Williams, Drexler, Duckworth, they score!
The 1990-91 Portland Trailblazers, a team that met challenges with bulldog toughness and an athletic artistry that few NBA teams can match, and also one that found themselves on top at game's end with great regularity. A team that fanned the flames of Blazer Mania into an inferno that rocked the entire state of Oregon. A team faced with high expectations from both themselves and their faithful following.
We didn't need a lot of goals because they were there for us. I mean, everybody talked about us, going for a championship. But I think we had to keep a perspective. It was a long season. And, each time a good team came into our building, we wanted to show they weren't going to win there. The challenge was there from the very beginning, and our guys were focused all year. When you're expected to win like we were, and you respond, that shows the type of team you are. That you're able to respond and keep it in perspective, because it's hard in Portland to keep things in perspective sometimes, but I think our team did an excellent job all year long.
And all year long, Portland continued to put more W's in the win column, contributing to their bigger goals, and that is to win the Pacific Division, have the best record in the league, and ultimately to get back to the NBA Finals and win it. The Blazer front office did their part in the summer of 1990 by adding Oregon native Danny Ainge to an already explosive roster. Ainge, a fiery veteran who cut his NBA teeth winning championships in Boston, was to bring added experience and a deadly touch from long range.
Why? Ames for three. Got it!
The beginning of what would turn out to be the best regular season in franchise history started with the celebration of the previous season's success. But there would be no resting on laurels for the Trailblazers, who came ready to play from the first time the ball was tossed in the air. NBA experts across the country had Portland listed as one of the favorites in the NBA as the campaign began, and the Blazers' early season play reinforced those beliefs in a very big way, with the schedule maker putting Portland at home for 10 of the first 13 games. The Blazers roared out of the gate, winning their first 11 games, the fourth best start in NBA history. Those falling along the way included the Lakers in Los Angeles, as Portland rallied for an overtime win, a finals rematch in Memorial Coliseum with Detroit, and a visit from Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. Of the 10 opponents played during the stretch, 8 had winning records. Truly a mental boost to a team that already knew they were very good.
I think it was real exciting starting out like that. I think we just gained confidence in each other. Just realized what kind of team we had, and I think that carried over through most of the season, the confidence factor.
And I've been through the seasons where you walk out there and you wonder if you're going to get it done tonight. And now it's like, you know, if we don't go out and beat ourselves, then we expect to win every game.
When we go on the floor now, that's kind of how I feel, and I look at our team that, you know, we expect to win. We don't expect to lose it no matter where we play. And that's a good feeling. When you go into a game, you know, you're hoping to win in the past. Now you're expecting to win. And if you don't, you're very disappointed. And I think that's the type of feeling this team has now, and and with good reason. They've won an awful lot of games on the road and at home.
At home was where the 11th game of the season took place, and it provided one of the most vivid memories of the campaign. For 12 minutes, the Portland Trail Blazers took professional basketball to unheard-of heights. The Blazers played what was termed the perfect first period, hitting 22 of 25 shots and outscored the Midwest defending champion San Antonio Spurs 49-18.
Drexler, great pass, Buck Williams.
God, that quarter was unbelievable. I think it probably was. If everything such as a perfect quarter, I think we came really close to it there. I mean, we made every shot we took. I think we only had 1 or 2 turnovers during that stretch of that quarter, and I mean, we just did a great job. Everybody just was so in tune.
And the rebound inside to Kersey. Drexler in the middle. Kersey, the trailer, score!
You couldn't have played any better basketball than we played that one quarter. And I'm going to reflect back on it and tell my son about that, you know, 20 years from now, and the flawless game of basketball we played for a quarter.
Here's first.
Clyde, loaded up. Why not? Why not?
It was perfect basketball. The thing that stands out in my mind was Clyde Drexler. I mean, he blocked shots, he made a couple steals, dunks, tip-ins, a couple three-pointers. That was probably the most impressive quarter I've ever seen an individual play in all aspects of the game that I've ever seen.
Blazers are 5 for 5 from three-point range. Strickland, Willie Anderson. And that's it. One of the greatest quarters you'll ever see.
The Blazers finished the month of November at 12-1, leading the league in field goal percentage and scoring margin, beating foes by more than 13 points a game, and earning Rick Adelman NBA Coach of the Month honors. December saw Portland hit the road for 12 games, the most any played in 1 month during the 90-91 season. But a grueling schedule could not slow down the red-hot Blazers as they won 15 of the month's 18 games. The 9 road victories, the most in 1 month in team history, included the season's most unlikely win, a triple overtime thriller in Seattle.
Ames to inbound the ball. Terry Porter. Shot goes in. Garrettson says it's good. Ronnie Garrettson says it's good, and we are tied.
Terry Porter's miracle three-point bomb forced a second overtime, but the Blazers again found themselves in trouble at the end of the second extra frame. Portland trailed by 4 with 7 seconds to go. 2 free throws cut the margin in half, but Seattle had the ball.
Sonics have 1 timeout remaining.
The Sonics got free throws in.
Steal. Danny Ames. Porter lay-in. Tie game. 3.5 left. 3.5 left. The Blazers steal another little miracle in the Seattle Center Coliseum.
On a night that the Blazers do not play their best basketball, Porter's 38 points leads Portland to a draining 130-124 3-overtime marathon victory. And the win over the Sonics wasn't the team's only gift to its fans during the holiday season. The Blazers cruised to the second-best start in league history by posting 19 wins in their first 20 games, including an impressive win over Chicago there at raucous Chicago Stadium. Portland was riding high into the new year with a league-best 27-4 record. The month of January saw the Blazers come down from the highs of chasing records and settled into taking care of business step by step during the long NBA season. After dropping 3 of the first 6 games of '91, Portland rebounded to win 7 of 8 to close out the month. A mid-month home encounter with the Washington Bullets clinched the All-Star head coaching job for Rick Adelman. Only the second time that a Blazer coach has led the West All-Stars into battle. And the front office once again made headlines by swinging a deal for sharpshooting veteran Walter Davis. A 3-way deal sent Drazen Petrovic to New Jersey and gave Davis an opportunity to play for a team that had a legitimate chance to be world champions. The addition of Davis prompted many to say, 1 through 12, Portland has the best roster in the NBA. The month of February, highlighted by a weekend in Charlotte, North Carolina, but not to take on the Hornets, mind you, but to celebrate with the league's elite at the annual NBA All-Star Game. And the Blazers' tremendous first half of the season brought them plenty of recognition. In addition to Rick Adelman, John Wetzel and Jack Shallow coaching the West squad. Trainer Mike Szymanski was on hand to handle the medical duties for the team, and he would have plenty of familiar faces to work with because Terry Porter, Clyde Drexler, and Kevin Duckworth were named to participate in the All-Star Classic.
To go out there with the best, to play with the best in one game, that's a great feeling.
All-Star Weekend three-point shootout also carried a distinct Blazer flavor, as Drexler, Porter, and Danny Ainge were all selected to shoot for the long-distance championship. Porter carried the Blazer banner to the event's finals, where he finished second to Chicago's Craig Hodges. Back to business after the All-Star break, and business slowed for the Blazers. Portland played 15 straight games against teams that participated in the 1990 playoffs, and the sterling record began to slip just a bit. But even when the wins weren't quite as easy to come by, the Blazers provided some shining moments. This Portland team seemed to play its best when challenged by a quality opponent. With Phoenix at the Coliseum, the Blazers once again took assault on the record book. In routing the Suns, Portland committed just 3 turnovers, an NBA record for taking care of the ball.
You know, they always say that every great team hit a wall sometimes or slow them down, and then they overcome it. We hit that wall. We hit it hard.
At the end of February and the beginning of March, the proud Blazer team hit their slump and began to look human to the rest of the league. Losses and frustrations grew together. At one point, Portland dropped 8 of 11, including 4 in a row. The seemingly endless energy and fire that was the trademark of the remarkable start was no longer evident. Opponents sensed it. They took advantage. After a loss at Golden State on March 19th, not only did Portland not have the best record in the NBA, it did not have the best record in the Pacific Division, falling to second place behind the Lakers.
You know, we definitely wasn't playing our type of ball. It wasn't so much panic as far as that we was losing the game. It was how we was losing them. We was doing things that, you know, we don't do. We was not moving the ball well. We was not playing tough enough D. We was getting out rebounded, which is, you know, one of our strengths. And we should definitely, when we're not rebounding well, we know we're going to be in trouble. And we looked at those areas more than anything else as far as playing back, the reason we was playing back.
The shock of falling into second seemed to revive the Blazers, and only one day later, they climbed back on top of the Pacific Division. The game became fun again, and just as quickly as it went away, the winning returned. After beating Seattle in Portland the night before, the Blazers saw thousands of Blazer maniacs pack up and head for Tacoma and the Tacoma Dome for a rematch with the Sonics. the Blazer partisans were facing a long drive home to Portland as Seattle sprinted off to a 24-point third-period lead. But then, the Blazers caught fire. They charged back, much to the delight of the Portland crowd.
Porter, score! Portland leads!
A stirring comeback was the second biggest in team history. But the comeback kids weren't finished yet. Just 2 nights later, the Blazers traveled to Los Angeles, fell behind the Lakers by 21 points in the third, and once again turned it around, and they won it in overtime.
Magic and Ainge. Block inside, great help. Clyde beats through everybody to the ball. Drexler, but Williams scores. He's fouled and counts.
They was kicking our butt very well, and to see everybody just come around and to come back, and win that, was great. That win right there felt like a championship win to me because you don't just come down 21 points like that.
The 2 fabulous comebacks energized the Blazers, and despite a difficult schedule, they attacked the stretch run of the regular season with renewed vigor. The month of April began with Portland sporting a 6-game winning streak, but facing 6 straight on the road, the longest road trip of the year. The Blazers cruised through the first 3 games and waltzed into the state of Texas for encounters with Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio.
All you can say in this ball game is that they are playing basketball tonight.
Drexler on the ring. Score! What a shot by Clyde Drexler. Shot clock at 5. Shot clock at 3. Oh, Jerome Kersey.
What resulted was an incredible Texas triple. 3 wins in 4 nights. The first team in 43 tries to sweep the Texas trio on the same visit. The win streak was at 12.
Well, it's just like being in a zone where maybe you're shooting the ball extremely well at night. It just seemed like whenever you touch it, you're going to make it. And for us, whenever we stepped on the floor, we just knew we was going to win. And, it wasn't a matter of, everybody just being in tone on what we had to get done. So, I mean, it's just the ultimate, I guess, in team sports to be able to know that you can go out on the floor and know no team can touch you.
The next team trying to put the touch on Portland? The 9-time defending champions of the Pacific Division, the Los Angeles Lakers. A Blazer victory would break the string and clinch Portland's first division championship since 1977-78.
Thank you. We're going to try to clinch it right here today.
Oh, you bet. You bet. You don't want to wait.
And with Clyde Drexler's star shining brightly, the Blazers broke the franchise record for victories with their 60th win. They kept the win streak intact, and they clinched the division crown all in one fell swoop.
It's been, it's been a long time waiting for us, it's just hopefully we can be the team of the 90s like they were as the 80s. Not to take anything away, they was a great team, but hopefully this will be the first of many for us. I think our work is unfinished. This is our first go, and we've got to take it from here.
The next work at hand was clinching the best record in the NBA, and that was soon accomplished as the win streak kept growing, and eventually it reached 16, the most ever in the Blazers' 21-year history.
That was really satisfying. I think in the past our team would not have done that, but I think that really showed the type of team we are, that we responded like that. I couldn't believe it, that we were able to run a streak like that off at the time we did. I think that's probably the most memorable thing to me the whole year.
And what a year it was, a statistician's dream, as the Blazers rewrote the record book. Now, not only was the 63-19 record the best ever for a Portland team, but the 27-14 road mark was also a league best and club record. Buck Williams led the league in field goal percentage by shooting over 60%. The team put up more three-point attempts than any other Blazer team in history and led the league by converting almost 38% of the time. And Portland spread the scoring wealth around. It was the NBA's only team that featured 8 players who averaged in double figures.
The records that we've broken, that we set with this team, we was not aware of it as players until we see it in the paper or somebody said it to us. So we never really have enough time to hype on it or talk about, okay, yeah, we get this one more win, we'll break the record. It wasn't like that. We broke the record, then we found out that we did it. See, and that's the great thing about it, was that we wasn't into it trying to break a record. We were just trying to play the best we can, and we did break a lot of records.
And the records caught the eye of the media and the Blazer fans. Heading into the playoffs, the Blazers were everybody's favorite to win it all, and they certainly looked like they were too hot to be stopped.
Let's go! Come on, everybody, and let's get to bumping, 'cause it's trailblazer time. Baby, Rip City's jumping like a full court crush. There ain't a way to break it, so everybody up now. Let me see you shake it. Too hot to stop it. Can't stop the Blazers. Too hot to stop it now. Too hot to stop it. Blazers gonna rock it, and if you wanna win it, then you gotta clap your hands now. You really know we're jamming, 'cause we're ripping up the net. When you stop, pop and drop it, bust the breakaway steal. With the slam jam to top it, got a halftime lead. I'm full court grinning, baby, Portland's on fire. Got me Rip City spinning. Too hot to stop it. Can't stop the Blazers. Too hot to stop it now. Can't stop the Blazers. Too hot to stop it. Blazers gonna rock it, and if you wanna win it, then you gotta stomp your feet now.
Brindle up the middle. Hit! That's a muscle shot. He went in the face.
Blazers are red hot.
Your team ain't through the league squad.
Portland is first class.
We'll knock you down on your seat.
So don't try to top it, baby, don't try to stop it. We're the Portland pride, and we want you on a rocket. So everybody up, now we keep getting better. Rip City, shout it all together.
Too hot to stop it.
Blazers gonna rock it.
Too hot to stop it now.
Sing it, Jerome.
Too hot to stop it.
Stop those Blazers.
Too hot to stop it now. Too hot to stop it.
Let's hear Buck.
Sign me up now.
Round 1 of the 1991 NBA playoffs presented the Blazers with their familiar foe, the Seattle Supersonics. With Portland the number 1 seed and Seattle the 8th and final playoff qualifier in the Western Conference, it appeared to be a mismatch. The Blazers had won all 4 meetings during the regular season, a misleading fact because all 4 were hotly contested and could have gone either way.
Nobody thought that they'd ever give us any type of competition. But we knew that they were very competitive, very athletic team, and they were hungry. And I think they were very well coached by Casey Jones, and we knew they were a formidable opponent.
Behind Drexler's career playoff high 39 points and 31 by Jerome Kersey, things go pretty much as expected in Game 1. But even in defeat, it becomes clear the young Sonics are ready to go nose-to-nose with the defending Western Conference champions. Portland deals out a workmanlike 110-102 victory, leads the best-of-5 series 1-0. More of the same in Game 2. And the Portland crowd is confident the home team will make short work of the visitors from Seattle. The Sonics stay close, but continued brilliance by Drexler and a solid performance from the entire Blazer nucleus breaks open the game in the fourth period. Portland opens up a 21-point lead and cruises to a 115-106 win and a commanding 2-0 lead in the series. The Blazers left Portland behind and they headed north for Game 3. But they did not leave their fans at home. Thousands of Blazer maniacs made their way to the Seattle Center Coliseum expecting to see their team finish the sweep.
It was like college atmosphere in there. Everybody was rowdy, everybody was loud. And I think everybody realized that there was no distinct home court advantage there.
With the home court neutralized, the two teams settled in for a memorable NBA playoff game. It was a game of streaks, both teams having their moments. Drexler carried the gauntlet for Portland, Benoit Benjamin and Sedale Threet for the Seattle Supersonics.
Blazers with it. Kersey inside. Oh, Clyde the Glide! Holy cow! He has played MVP ball. Clyde right away. 3-on-3. Winner McKee and Threet. McMillan tosses to Threet. Pull up Jacob! Threet with 19.
With Threet draining jumpers, Benjamin going 14 for 14 at the free throw line, Seattle would make a run. But the athletic Blazers would answer. Back and forth they went with neither team able to sustain any lead. With 20 seconds to go, Kevin Duckworth tipped down a miss to give Portland a 2-point lead. But Threet and the Sonics were not ready to be eliminated.
Threet with a Sedale for three. Sonics win! What a shot by Threet!
After a timeout, the Blazers had one final chance. But a turnover extinguished the flames. 102-99 Seattle. There would be a Game 4. Given new life, the Sonics played with renewed confidence in Game 4 and held a slim lead for most of the game. Sweet shooting Eddie Johnson, Seattle's main man, had 34 points. The Blazers countered with balance and were within striking distance in the fourth period when the shooting eye deserted them. Free throws proved to be Portland's undoing, as it misses 19 times from the charity line, including 7 of 10 down the stretch. Suddenly, the series is tied at 2 with a deciding game in Portland. Game 5. Winner take all, as Seattle win would finish the Blazers and be one of the biggest upsets in playoff history. The city of Portland is nervous. But the Blazers aren't about to let the dream slip away, and they respond with a huge effort. Portland out-rebounds Seattle by 18, puts down the clamps defensively, turns Game 5 into a rout. At one point, the lead was 30. The Blazers get 35 points off the bench from Danny Ainge and Cliff Robinson, and an inspired performance from Terry Porter to finish the Sonic season.
We kept our foot down on the pedal. We played hard for 48 minutes, and they never had a chance to really win this basketball game because we stayed on top of them from start to finish.
You can just tell in the locker room before the game the way guys had a face expression. They was really tuned in and was really focused on what we had to get done. And everybody did a great job of for 48 minutes of really zeroing in on the things we had to do.
Up next, the Western Conference semifinals and the Utah Jazz. After their sterling Game 5 performance, the Blazers' spirit was back in evidence. They were sure that they could continue to spin their magic.
Robinson coming hard. Over Bailey. Rebound Porter. Draws the foul. Score the basket.
An emotional second half 24-5 run backed the confidence up. Drexler's 20 points, 15 rebounds, and 8 assists led a balanced Blazer attack as Portland captured Game 1, 117-97. The Blazers' play had the crowd jazzed up in Game 2. Portland danced off to an early advantage behind the play of Jerome Kersey.
Take me home, Jerome!
Kersey's 34 points, leads the Blazers to what appeared to be an easy victory as they built a 23-point lead in the fourth period. But things changed quickly. The Jazz and Karl Malone found their way to the free throw line 38 times in the second half. They converted 35. All of a sudden, it was the Jazz having a good time when Malone drilled 2 free throws with 14 seconds to play, and the game was tied. After a timeout, the Blazers went to their favorite play, the 2-out.
Porter, Stockton, bounce pass over to Drexler, back over to Porter, underneath, puts it up, he scores with 3.6 seconds to go and a Utah timeout.
Porter converted off the deflected pass to give Portland a 2-point lead with 3.5 seconds to go. But the Jazz had the final shot. The Blazers escaped with a 118-116 victory, a 2-0 series lead.
I think we had some lapses where we let them come back from huge deficits, but I think that's part of the game. You're not going to win by 20 every night. I think there's a tendency to start thinking about the next game, and maybe we were guilty of that. But the important thing is we held on to win.
Because of their big comeback, the Jazz carried momentum as the series shifted to Salt Lake City for games 3 and 4. And in game 3, it was Utah who used a strong third period to lift it to victory. Karl and Jeff Malone combined for 55 points as the Jazz held off Portland 107-101.
Left right, roll it to Karl, great the mailman.
Game 4 found Utah and Karl Malone determined to even the series at 2 games apiece. But Portland was equally determined to regain command. It was a classic battle and the kind of game that teams must win in the playoffs if they are to be the champion. A focused Blazer team outscored the Jazz in each of the first 3 periods. They built a 14-point lead entering the fourth, but Utah charged hard and regained the lead midway through the period. The Blazers maintained their composure and rode the broad shoulders of Kevin Duckworth to the tune of 30 points as the game began to seesaw.
Up top, Stock drives, hang it up, get it to go, it's good. He is unbelievable. He put it in with the left hand.
5. Yes! The clutch basket by Drexler.
Drexler's jumper gave Portland the lead, and the Portland Star had one big play left as the clock ticked away.
Yeah, 10 seconds on the shot to Karl Malone, angle left. Karl underneath, throws it away to Drexler. Oh my goodness, he threw it away. No shot.
The Blazers steal game 4, 104-101, and now look ready to eliminate the Jazz in 5.
Danny Ainge hammered hard by Mike Brown.
It was clear early in game 5, the Jazz were not going to give up without a fight. And behind the 2 Malones held a 1-point advantage at halftime. But the Blazers came out firing on all cylinders to start the third.
It is Clyde for 3. Blazers take the lead. Porter, 3-point try. Yes.
Portland scored the first 16 points of the second half to break open a close game. The Jazz tried to rally, but the Blazers would not be denied. And they were dancing in the aisles at Memorial Coliseum. Led by Buck Williams, who did yeoman's work on the great Karl Malone the entire series, Portland controlled the middle and advanced to the Western Conference Finals.
I think our team came out with great intensity. We had a purpose, and our team was really focused for tonight's game. And I'm glad we put this team away because we didn't want to go back to Utah for Game 6.
If you're going to back down, you're going to get beat, and we wouldn't back down. And I think, like I said, you got to give our team credit. We beat a very, very good team in 5 games, and it says a lot for our guys.
This is as good as it gets now. I mean, this is it. You know, everybody been anticipating this since the exhibition season. and what happened to the 5 games in regular season. And here it is. It's that time now.
Blazers versus Lakers for the conference championship. The teams were lacing up their shoes tight for battle. And you know Rip City and its fanatical Blazer maniacs, they were ready. The love affair between the Blazers and their supporters was approaching a fever pitch, both in the Coliseum and around the state of Oregon.
You know, we got great support here when we win and when we lose, and I think the fans here deserve a championship as much as the players do.
They really get into it when the playoffs hit. And, you know, everybody grabs a sign, everybody grabs something to wave or shake. And then you look around, it gets pretty deafening in a gym that really doesn't echo and sound that much. They'd be there in full support, and it's a great feeling. I love it.
It's like being a part of the team. Our fans are just as much a part of our team as our team members. And that's something that's very special. I think when that happens, there's a bond there, and you feel it. And when we hurt, they hurt. When we win, they win. And that's the way I think it should be. I think that's what makes the city of Portland so special, the people.
Game 1, a game the Blazers and their fans will relive for a very long time. The two teams put it all on the court, both shooting over 50%. Cool performances in a red-hot game. The Blazers come up big in the second and third periods and lead by a dozen heading into the final 12 minutes. But then the wheels come off, and the Lakers respond quickly, scoring the first 13 points of the fourth to take the lead. Portland tries to fight back, but momentum has swung firmly into the Lakers' camp. Los Angeles takes Game 1, 111-106. The home court advantage that Portland worked so long to get is gone in the bat of an eye.
This is long ways from being over. I think we're just disappointed because we had the game in our grasp and we let it get away. And you can't you can't play the way we did in the fourth period and do some of the things we did and turn it over to a quality team like this. It's going to catch up with you.
I was shocked. We gave them that game. We had that game. We gave it to them. From then on, nothing seemed to went right for us.
Intensity and effort for 48 minutes. The keys in Game 2. Portland approached the contest as a must game and came out with a hard-nosed, all-out style that started with the work on the backboard. The Blazers dominated the glass by a 51-28 count and get 12 of 15 shooting from Terry Porter to thump the Lakers 109-98. The series is even at 1 game apiece.
They wondered whether or not we could win a championship on the glass, and I said yes, we can win a championship on the glass. And tonight we just manhandled the Lakers on the glass, and that's what we have to continue to do, especially if we're not shooting the basketball very well.
Portland traveled to Los Angeles for Games 3 and 4, knowing that it needed at least one of the two to avoid the unenviable position of being down in the series 3-1. But it was Los Angeles who took charge, winning comfortably in both games. The Lakers' effective low post game frustrated the Blazers, who struggled mightily at the offensive end, failing to break 100 in either game. The Lakers and AC Green were fired up. Jack Nicholson had a message for the Portland crowd, and the Blazers were on the verge of being eliminated.
It was so many times being out there that if I didn't have my mouthpiece in so tight, I probably would have smiled out there. It was fun. It was absolutely fun.
They were non-contests. I think that I thought we would do much better. I know everybody in this room is disappointed in our performance.
Down 3-1, but not ready to die, the Blazers came primed for Game 5. There were no secrets. The key was in the effort. In a replay of Game 2, stifling defense and stellar board work added up to a victory. Portland out-rebounded the Lakers 52-33 and claimed a whopping 26 offensive rebounds. Portland gutted out a 95-84 victory. If the Blazers could just find a way to pull out Game 6 in Los Angeles, Game 7 would be back in the crazy Coliseum.
The thing you want to do, you want to go out and you want to play well, though. I think that's the thing. If you want to go down, you want to go down playing well and hard.
Our team knows that we're capable of playing better, so we're looking forward to Game 6 and just competing. It's a challenge, and this is what you live for.
The Blazers arrived in Los Angeles confident that they could win in the Forum, and the mood in the locker room during final preparations was one of determination. Portland fans sent over 100 telegrams with well wishes, trying to do what they could to help the Blazers extend their season. But once on the court, the Blazers got a different reception from the Laker faithful.
It's over tonight. In the clip, we got nothing going for you, baby. It's a showtime. It's Magic Kingdom tonight, baby. No glory. Bring it inside. We're ready for you tonight, baby.
The Stars were out in force, hoping to see the Lakers advance to the NBA Finals for the 9th time in 12 years. The first quarter goes back and forth until late, when A.C. Green comes off the bench to spark a Laker run.
Down playing the post, the ball into Perkins to Green. He fires. That's 3 if it goes. It went! Oh, is he wound up?
Green's buzzer beater puts Portland down by 11, and the deficit would reach 14 in the second before the Blazers rally to cut it to 7 at the half. But after the intermission, Sam Perkins catches fire, and the Lakers' lead swells to 12. Hopes on the Blazer bench begin to dwindle. But back come the Blazers one more time, and they cut the margin to 5 going into the final 12 minutes. In a gritty fourth quarter, the Blazers fall back again before mounting one final charge behind Clyde Drexler. When Drexler converted the driving lay-in, Portland was all the way back. The game was tied at 83 with 3.5 remaining. It was to be a gut-wrenching finish. The Lakers open up a 3-point lead, but Drexler's steal and jam cut it to 1 with 1 minute to go.
Magic with the ball. Left side, double team Magic. Ball batted away. Robinson. Porter. Jerome Kersey to Robinson. They dropped the ball on the 3-on-1 break. They had a chance to take the lead.
The season's most memorable turnover is a bitter pill for Portland. But the Blazers get another shot when Kersey comes out of nowhere to block Vlade Divac's layup, forcing a 24-second violation. The Blazers had the ball, 12 seconds to go, and a basket would give them their first lead since the first period.
All right, Robinson will inbound to Terry Porter. Terry Porter to Clyde Drexler. He's been the man. Drexler on a drive. Drexler over to Porter. Porter for the win. It's no good. Rebound, Magic Johnson. Throws the ball down the floor. Here comes the horn. And 1/10 of a second remaining to be played on the clock as the ball rolled out of bounds.
Portland gets the shot that it wanted, but it doesn't fall. And all that stands between the end of its dream season is now 1/10 of a second.
look at it is I feel like we had a bad weekend that cost us the whole season, and I wish we could get rid of that weekend and we'd still be playing. But unfortunately, the Lakers outplayed us. I think they were more mentally prepared for this series for some reason or another, and I think the best team in the league is upset and done for the season.
I really felt we were going to do it the whole year. You know, you don't want to get yourself that you count on it. And maybe at the end, you know, maybe we all realized we really were counting on it. And when it ended like it did, it was so disappointing. You know, you just felt like all the time you put in, it was just drained out of you, you know, and you didn't come up with anything.
The bubble had burst. The dream was over. But the Blazer faithful, they were on hand to greet Blazer One upon its return. They cheered on their heroes, even in defeat, and helped the team to gain some perspective on what a tremendous campaign the 1990-91 season really was. And perhaps added just a bit more of determination when looking into a very, very bright future.
And we're going to have our success. We've had our success, but we have to get the ring, and so you got to keep reaching for it.
It's time to drop another one for the home team. Yeah. Portland, stop, take a look and listen. Trailblazer time, and yo, we're on a mission. Look to the top, cause that's where we're going. Playing like a riptide, fast and flowing. All for the fans, got to keep playing. Checking out the signs at the Coliseum saying, too hot to stop it, red hot and rolling. Babes at halftime, let's go strolling. Clap your hands with me. 1, we get the job done. 1, 2, 3, go Rip City. 2, slam and jam for you. 1, 2, 3, go Rip City. 3, what a sight to see. 1, 2, 3, go Rip City. Bingo, bango, bongo, baby. Breaking fast, shaking, baking, point making. Blazer dancers, get the crowd shaking. Time for the ball like kids on a blacktop. You follow up your shot, you rebound, you don't stop. Posting up high, inside, tough and low. Got to shooting bricks, man. Shuffle off the Buffalo. Layups are cool, but a 360 sweeter. Coach's daughter, love to meet us. Stomp your feet with me. 1, we get the job done. 1, 2, 3, go Rip City. 2, slam and jam for you. 1, 2, 3, go Rip City. 3, what a sight to see. 1, 2, 3, go Rip City. Got to get that win, baby.
This has been a Blazer Broadcasting sports presentation.